Welcome. This is Barry Jones from Angelic Wisdom, and we're here for our monthly Angelscope for the sign of Leo for the month of February 2023. So, before I begin, I'd just like to welcome everyone back to this monthly series and to also welcome anyone who is new to our Angelic Wisdom community. So I know it's been a while, and I'm really glad to be able to do this at this time. And so, just a few things before we begin. And so, firstly, make sure that you select the all notification bell, subscribe, obviously, like, dislike, and most importantly, leave comments. This is a reading. All the readings that I do, I connect in with our collective I am presence. So this is a reading. All of my readings are readings with your higher self, but it's a collective wisdom. And so it's really important in the comments that you share the insights or inspiration that you've received from the reading, as this is a part of the completion of this reading. So make sure that you share and make sure that you also read comments that have been left. Also, if you're thinking about having an angel reading with me, you can go to my current website, theangelschool.com/services. And if this is your first time, well, the promotional offer for the first time promotional angel reading is still available to everyone watching. So for the month of February, so you can still get that, and you can use it at any time this year, or anytime really. And also, if you would like to just contribute to support, make a donation to the channel, you can select my link in the description area, my PayPal me link. Okay, and let's see. Also, there will be a link there for the monthly general reading that I already posted last week. So if you haven't checked it out, make sure that you do see that one with this one, okay? And now, Leo's final, just the format here. So the card in the center is going to be a message from the archangels or other angels, like in the higher dimensions as well. There's even a guardian angel card in this deck. So, and then the messages from these two cards are coming from your guardian angel, and it's a message from the Major Arcana and Minor Arcana. So this card is going to highlight the major themes or the lessons or the energies that are and influences in your life that's sort of influencing everything that's happening in this month. And then this card will represent the day-to-day awareness from the Major Arcana, of how that might be playing out and how you might be able to work with it. So let's take a deep breath. And just let go of everything that's on your mind. And be sure to open your heart and just let the energy flow through and out and all around you. And just you might feel the energy around you becoming warm as your angels are drawn to you, the guardians of light, and your own personal guardian angel or angels. And they're writing the word companion for some reason. And they wrote clearly the word messages. So your angels have been acting as companions, and they've been trying to get messages to you. And I get a sense that maybe, Leos, you've been feeling a little isolated, um, or having trouble really expressing yourself and maybe some things that you've been going through, and that they've been there waiting for you to talk to them and communicate with them. And they are also have been trying to offer you any insights, anything that might inspire you or uplift you. Now, they keep showing me the number 11, but I also felt like you might have been seeing this number quite a bit. And it's been a message to you. Um, I want to say it almost feels like a warning, okay? And not necessarily one to be alarmed about, but it feels as if something, this is a significant point in your life, and this is a significant time for things to happen. It's almost like the 11 is like a gateway, and it is just a gateway. Because honestly, tell you the truth, now that seeing it again in my, it's like they're like two red exclamation points, marks. And so there is an urgency, and that there's something urgent that they want you to pay attention to, or to be aware of, or to take action on. Now, the angel number 11 says, stay positive. Your thoughts are materializing rapidly. So you want to ensure positive outcomes by focusing only on the good within yourself, others, and the situation. And so just be aware if you've been just sort of caught up in a lot of negativity, or if you've been feeling sort of boxed in or caged in, and you've just really, you've been going through sort of some really difficult challenges lately. And I'm just sort of seeing a hierophant figure. And the idea is that you're going through, like, you're really sort of going through um, the higher schools of learning right now. And that the circumstances that you're going through is preparing you for something really important. And though it might be difficult and you just want, an out, give me a pass out of this, they want you to stay in it, go through it with courage. That's the word I've been saying. Like, have courage, have faith, because this is preparing you for an important opportunity. That 11, those exclamation points mean something incredible is waiting for you. But you got to get rid of that pessimistic outlook or attitude. All right, so let's just take a look at the archangel and the message of that archangel. So this is Archangel Premenilek, and he is the archangel who works with the insects. So the message here is be conscientious, cooperate with others for the highest good. And I just have this feeling like, the insects are probably the um, really, oh, the word I saw earlier was grateful, the underappreciated, right? Part of our ecosystem that works tirelessly behind the scenes and doesn't really get the credit deserved. Only people who work like I can't think of the word. I can't say it. You know what I'm trying to say? A horticulturist or something like this, who work with plants and landscaping, understand the significance or scientist or knows, really understands the significance of these creatures. And it feels like that in your own life, you need to be a little bit more aware of the the aspects of the facets of you that you don't give enough acknowledgement or credit, because there are gifts and parts of your personality that work in such a way that we just take it for granted. But those components of you is what really makes up the whole picture that you are aware of and what people are aware of. But there might be these facets that you're ignoring that like sort of translate into skills or abilities that you might need to now exercise more. Like, work with them more, build them up, make them something, bring it more to the forefront in your gifts and your abilities. And then there's this sense of cooperation, that you can't do this alone. None of us does anything alone. It's that ego that makes us think that we're doing everything alone. And it makes us act as if that's the only way that we can get anything done, when it's clearly not. And so, if ever we have this attitude where I did this, I deserve this, um, we you need to step that back, you know and I mean, how ego, I mean, Leos, you can be so confident that you can forget that, like, it's not all about you, right? um and so, taking that step back and looking at, like, all the people and all the circumstances and all of the facets of you and others that have played a part in helping you to be who you are today. And in doing so, it just opens up your heart, it opens up your awareness, your creativity, to be more accepting of the possibilities um, that are available, accessible to you right now. So that there are people that you might be looking at a certain way, who, if you looked at them another way, um, you see something that you both can benefit from. And so you can work around um, those negatives and really focus on the positive and discover a whole new relationship. So just be conscientious about being aware of the unacknowledged parts of yourself, because this will highlight the unacknowledged aspects, facets in others, and this will change relationships. This will change what kind of success you can now have once you start to become really aware of the gifts and the talents and the abilities that actually are around you. All right, so let's take a look at the theme for the month. We have the Moon card. All right, so one aspect of the Moon card that we don't talk about a lot is, it's also this card, like when I usually see a vision of wolves, um, that has told me, oh, this person might have some interesting psychological stuff going on, and I need to be aware of that. That it'll be challenging if I'm not first aware of that. Okay, and so for some reason, that's one aspect of this. Be aware of your own moods, how you're being, affected. And that happens not just because it's something magical going on, but it also happens because we're not taking care of ourselves. we're not taking care of ourselves, like our energy. So if we've been negatively focused a lot, then that means that we're not nurturing our own energy by getting good night's sleep, exercising, eating well, going for walks in nature, doing a hobby that's just creative and just automatically relaxes you. It helps you to feel really connected to yourself and to your soul and to a purpose. Like these kind of things, or relationships, and being around the people that we truly love and feel comfortable with, our tribe, and nurturing them and picking up the phone. Like, if we don't do these things, we can kind of go loony. Our mental health will start to somehow suffer, and then our projects and our goals along with it. So just be aware of taking care of yourself so that your intuition is in alignment with your higher self and not with your ego's um, negativity. All right. And the way that this might be showing up in your day to day awareness is the Nine of Earth. So here again, this is still another card, and which is interesting because the 18 is 1 plus 9, which is also the 9, which is sort of a hermit um, energy. And, although this is a card of independence, but it's that thing about um, that alone, that you got here on your own, but alone. And then what do you have? Right? Do you forsake everything to achieve this, but not really have anyone to share it with, or to have others that you can share the credit with? Because you might think to yourself, um, you want to make sure that you get acknowledged for something. But if there's really no one there with you that you can share the credit with, then there's no one to reflect back to you the celebration, the joy, the the benefits of the challenges that you went through on the journey. There's nobody there that can understand where you're really coming from. And this is why, quite often, I know even in performance, there's this really dead drop of a low after the performance because it's just you and your pianist, right? But not everyone else gets what you went through, and what it's like now to not, once it's done, and unless you have something else, it's kind of like so. But when it's just not in your head that it's you, then there's this connection that you have, and it's like, oh, as your pianist, oh yeah, like we can do this next, right? And so because there's someone to share what you've just done, and what it means to you to do the next project. So think about this in terms of achievement. It is profound, Leo, and you are generally highly motivated, but it may start to not be enough for you to be the one in the spotlight all the time. Um, but to expand that spotlight, to share it with others, will be the ultimate satisfaction and joy, that you find to be more sustainable, to have partners in what you do. Okay? So I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and have a beautiful, beautiful month of February. God bless.